Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chris with Dream, and in this video we're going to talk about the brand's tone of voice and how you can utilize in your brand guideline. So with that being said, we're just going to hop right into it. Let's go. Alright, so your brand's tone of voice really sets the tone, or sets the style of communication across the board for your brand. So again, you want to establish this tone of voice so it can resonate with your audience. At the end of the day, that's simply put, you just want to set a tone of voice that resonates with your audience. You want to set a tone of voice that attracts them when you are communicating with them, and it helps shaping how you deliver the message to. It helps shape how you deliver the message to the audience when you are creating content for communicating to your audience. If that makes sense, like, your tone of voice is very, very important. Also, with that being said, adaptability, it helps with adaptability and context. A defined tone of voice should be adaptable in different situations. So your brand tone of voice should be adaptable across the board. It really doesn't, there shouldn't be a situation that you can't think of where you're not able to adapt to the tone of voice for the specific situation. So if you're having a upbeat moment where people are excited, you want to be able to communicate that in an excited way while maintaining your brand spirit and values and personality, but just having that tone of voice to match, right? Adaptability and context. A defined tone of voice should be adaptable in different situations and in context while maintaining its core values, or its core messaging, or its core communications at the end of the day. So with that being said, you just want to remain consistent. At the end of the day, your tone of voice should be consistent. If you are taking a position of an inspirational person, then maintain that inspirational tone of voice throughout all of your content. If you are taking the position of an authority figure, then maintain that authority figure for your brand throughout all your content. It's really just that simple. Once you establish what your brand's position or your brand's tone of voice is, then you want to continue that in all of your content, because again, it's just like somebody switching personalities on you. In one video they might be authoritative, and in another one they want to try to be inspirational, and in another one they want to try to be nurturing. It just throws the consistency of your brand off. So those are one of the little things that people often overlook. Very, very easy to overlook at the end of the day. Very, very easy. But it also helps building in your brand's perception, like your tone of voice. It helps your audience perceive your brand in whatever fashion that you want. So with that being said, the way the brand speaks can influence how it's perceived, whether it aims to be authoritative, again, inspirational, artistic, techie, nerdy, cool, so on and so forth, down the board, like friendly, whatever the case may be, playful, professional, just down the board. So again, you want to establish that as soon as you can, like, and write that down. Write that in your brand guideline. So again, when you're creating content and you go down your list, like spirit, personality, tone of voice, does it align? Will this align with my brand when I actually make a video about this, or make an ad about this, or make a flyer about this? Does it align with my brand? You want to keep that in mind, especially for when we're talking about tone of voice, not only with you or somebody speaking on the behalf of the brand on the camera, but then even in typing up blog posts or news articles, or whatever the case may be, magazine articles or things like that. That tone of voice, you want to maintain that tone of voice. And again, very, very important to when you're scaling, growing your team, when you have your copyright person who creates the content for your social media, your website, things like that, your blogs, you're going to have that same tone of voice, and people who read are going to be able to experience that tone of voice, consistent tone of voice across the board every time they have an encounter with your brand. So with that being said, hopefully this inspires you to do that one thing that takes you closer to your goals, which I say, go ahead and figure out your tone of voice, write it down, put it in your brand guideline, and get started just like that. So with that being said, all y'all have a blessed day. Later, y'all. Peace.